This one is for you, for every time they shamed you, for every time they made you feel small, for every time they humiliated you in front of others or even behind closed doors. This one's for you. They shamed you because shame is control, because if they could make you feel less than, then they could silence you. They could make you second guess yourself. They could make you afraid to stand tall and afraid to speak your truth, afraid to leave. And sometimes they did it with words, sometimes with looks, sometimes with an icy silence that told you more than any words could. They used your kindness against you. They used your vulnerability against you. They used your past against you. And shame, it twists your mind, because when they distort what really happened, when they deny what you saw with your own eyes, when they rewrite the story so you become the villain, you begin to question yourself. Was it really that bad? Did I overreact? Maybe it was my fault. That's what they want, because the more you doubt your own truth, the more control they have. Shame makes you smaller. Shame makes you easier to silence. And when you carry it, they feed on that too, because it becomes their supply. Your suffering is their power. And you remember when it was just an accident, a simple mistake, and somehow they made it a character flaw. You might have spilt a drink or dropped something, and suddenly you were careless. You were embarrassing them. You're such a disappointment. An accident that could have happened to anyone was used to shame you. Or maybe you remember when you tried to do something kind. Maybe it was something small for yourself or your child. And when they found out, they turned against you, and they turned that event against you. They mocked you. They shamed you. Made you beg and apologize for wanting a moment of joy, for having dared to feel free. That's how they use shame, to teach you, don't try, don't speak, don't dream, don't shine. And shame, it isolates you. It teaches you to hide. It convinces you that no one would understand, that if they knew what happened, they would turn away, just like the narcissist did. It tells you to stay silent. It tells you to shrink. It tells you to carry the weight alone. And that's exactly what they wanted, because the more isolated you are, the harder it is to see the truth, the harder it is to reach out for help, the harder it is to remember that you're all by yourself. But here in this space, you're not alone, and their shame was never yours to carry. But here's what they feared most, that one day you would stop caring. You would stop carrying their shame. That one day you would see the shame was never yours to carry. It was always theirs. Yes, it was theirs, not yours. And if you're hearing this today, maybe today is that day. This one's for you. For those of you new to my podcast, I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney and author of Undercurrent. Yes, it's a story about Annie, a young woman who found the courage to break free from her narcissistic marriage. I want to remind you that Annie isn't just one person. Annie is anyone who has ever experienced narcissistic abuse. It's because of Annie that I feel I know you, that I can speak to you the way I do. Annie suffered all the things we talk about here, and her story, the courage she found, the healing she fought for, it's the reason this podcast exists. You're the reason this podcast continues. I want to remind you that you are so much stronger than you ever imagined. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse, and I want you to be tenacious and never give up on what's important to you. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for always showing up. Thank you for commenting and being such a strong presence in this community. I appreciate you. And until next time, please take care of yourself. And bye for now.